everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now this video is going to be a little bit different to what I normally film, but I really want to put this video out there because I know I'm not the only one that suffers with this. Hello, I've got my pug right here. You might hear a bark or doing something down there. But yeah, before I carry on saying anything else, I just want to say thank you so much for the people that have subscribed and leave likes and comments. It means everything to me. If you're new, let's do that again. If you're new, please subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you never miss a video from me. Like and comment down below what you'd like to see next. And also comment down below if you suffer with the same problem. So let's crack into the video. I've got my cup of tea. No, I haven't got a cup of tea. I've got a hot chocolate with cream on top because why not? It's cold outside, I want a hot drink. I can finally sit down and film this video. I really do hope the lighting's okay. It's taken me about half an hour to try and stand you up because my tripod just is not working. And I know if I open that, probably going to be like a little bit too light. I don't know. It might be okay, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the video. This video is going to be about mental health. So it's going to be about anxiety and depression. I've got some notes. I've got my little pen here. And I just wanted to sit here and talk to you, tell you a little bit about my anxiety and depression, how I feel on a daily basis and what works for me and everything like this. And even if someone can watch this video and it can make them smile or it could make their day, or they could be like, you know, I'm not the only one, then I've done something right. And I feel like I need to do this video as well. So I'm going to start off with anxiety. So anxiety for me is awful. Put it that way. Sorry, I'll keep touching my hair, but my hair's awful at the minute. So anxiety is something big for me. I suffer every day with anxiety, without doubt. And it's not just feeling a little bit worried or anxious, it's full-on anxiety. That's the difference. A lot of people think being nervous is anxiety. Sometimes it can be, but you know, when you get nervous, or you know, you've got GCSE and you're feeling a little bit nervous, or you've got your driving lesson and you're feeling a little bit nervous. Now I think that is completely different. Nervous is completely different to anxiety. That's for me anyway. Anxiety could be leaving the house, being around too many people at once. Also, I tend to worry a lot about my health. So I'm that type of person that could get the slightest little niggle in her body and I think I'm dying. That's me, that's always been me, and it's probably the worst thing ever because it can make something happen, or Lola, shush. It can make something happen that isn't already there. So I always worry about my headaches. I always worry that there's something wrong with my head, and a slight little niggle or the headache, I freak out, I have a panic attack and I just want to see a doctor and be told that I'm okay and stuff like that. So mine, yeah, anxiety is the worst for me. It could anything. Like I've got a little bit of anxiety filming this video, but I know I really want to sit down and film this video because I know a lot of my family and friends suffer with the same thing, and getting this out is just, it's going to be a weight off my shoulder, and for anyone that watches it, hopefully this helps you. But yeah, anxiety is a bad one, and it could be anything. I could be anxious. I think at the moment it's more, how would you say it, like at the moment I'm feeling very spaced and like not with it, or I feel like I'm moving at 100 miles per hour and trying to just look at everything at once. Does anyone ever feel like that? I know I'm on a lot of medication, a lot of mental health medication, and for depression and headaches. So I know having so much of that at once can give you some symptoms similar like that. But I get very tired, I get very sleepy. What else? Yeah, generally feeling like I'm going like 100 miles per hour. Sometimes I just can't sit down. It's horrible. But Them tablets have saved me so many times, literally. But anxiety, yeah, I might come back to that one. I'm very confused and flustered when I sit when I sit down and film. I'm always like, was that a ramble, or did that come across like it should have done? Hang on then. So, over 10 years I've had depression and anxiety, well over 10 years. I was diagnosed very young. I think I was like 9 or 10 when I was diagnosed, and I sought a lot of therapy, and I had amazing doctors around me, and I was on medication from a very young age. I've probably been on all the medication you probably could be. I've been on so much, and it feels like they've only just found the right one for me, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm on sertraline, and I have been on that for, how long now? About 3 years. I think it's about that. It could be longer actually, but I know when I fell pregnant with Oliver, I had to come off everything. Like I couldn't be on anything. I think there was one medication that I could have been on, but I choose not to go on anything for Oliver's sake. So yeah, I'm not going to say all the medications or stuff like that, but I'm on a lot. I'm going to say sertraline, but I'm on 5 different medications. Yeah, great. I don't know if anyone's out there that's the same as me. You hate taking medication. I absolutely hate taking medication. I know there's side effects. I know it gives me, not that it gives me, but it makes me worry. I know it's not good for your body, but if it wasn't for that medication and the therapy, I probably wouldn't be sitting here filming this video, put it that way. But depression is not just having that typical day where you feel like low and sorry for yourself. Like, if you're sitting there and you're just like, it's a rubbish day, that's not depression. That's not. And a lot of people think people arise on this and want attention from it and stuff like that, but that isn't at all. Like, I'm not putting this video out here for you to feel sorry for me or to give myself attention. That's not what I'm doing. I'm generally doing this video obviously for myself, because I think lifting this off my shoulders will be the best thing, but also for you guys, like if you're going through the same thing. But depression is a bad one for me. I've suffered, like I said, anxiety, depression and everything. I've suffered for a really, really long time. And it's hard. Like, from a young age, I've always been very, very negative. Always. And I've always been like, oh, I can't do it. Or, yeah, no, I can't do it. Or I won't do it. And I can't be arsed and stuff. And I've been really negative. Especially when I was in school and college. I was really, really negative. And I think I could probably say, how long, that was ages ago, but I could probably say since I've had Oliver, I have been very different. My attitude's been different. I've been a lot more positive, and I always believe something happens for a reason. But yeah, I always feel like I'm rambling on a load of shit in this video. Am I doing that? I feel like I'm everywhere. See, that's generally how I feel. But I must say, what helps me with my depression is looking back on pictures and, yeah, looking back on pictures and just thinking about the good times, because when you're having that really low down day and you're upset and you don't know what to do with yourself, don't think your rest of your life's going to be like that, because it's not. You know, a down day, having a down day, your life's not going to be like that for the rest of your life. Like, you know, that's not going to be like that whatsoever. This is just a day or 2 days or a week, but it won't last forever. There will always be a positive, and you'll feel good again. You will feel good, because I have them days where I feel awful, and then I have them days where I feel great. And when I'm feeling great, I'm always worried, like, is the next day going to be a really down rubbish day for me? Am I going to be low again? Like, I always think like that. Like, I think ahead, and I know I shouldn't do that. Like, you think now and what you're doing now. Don't try and think ahead all the days, because I do that a lot, and I'm terrible for that, thinking ahead. Like, don't do it. It's not good. It's not good. But But yeah, I know I am on medication for anxiety and depression. But what helped me with like my anxiety and worrying, I don't have it on me, which is really annoying, and I really should have. Should I get it? Yeah, I'm gonna go and get it. So I'm back, and I literally went and just, I always say literally in my videos, and I don't know why, it's annoying. But anyway, I've just run down and got this out of my bag, and it is this little thing here, and I was saying what helps got this out of my bag, and it is the Rescue Remedy. It's this little thing here. Now I can say I generally believe that that has helped my anxiety and my panic attacks. When I feel anxious and I'm worrying and I feel really bad and I start to shake, or I feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack or anything like that, then I'll give this a good shake, whatever it is, don't worry. This little squeezy thing here, and I squeeze it out, and it's like this, and I drop 4 little drops on my tongue, or you can add them to a drink, but I find if you do them to your tongue, they work quicker. And I absolutely love this, and I was talking to a few girls that was taking this, and they recommended it, and I went and bought it. I think it was like £10 from Holland and Barrett's, and I feel like that saved me loads. It tastes awful, but it works. I don't know if it's psychological or what it is, but anyone that suffers with anxiety or panic attacks, try this, because I really do recommend that. But what else helps me with my anxiety? So if I've got really bad anxiety, is being around happy and positive people. So being around my son, he's so happy and he's just such a special little boy. Being around my animals, my partners, my family, my friends, anything like that. Any like positive people, that's the main thing. Doing something I enjoy. So I don't know, I could go and have, if I'm feeling really rough, I go and have a bath. I put a face mask on, I listen to some music, but my number one is probably going onto YouTube and watching my favourite people on there. So making this YouTube channel is so inspiring, and it's a hobby and it's a passion, and I'm so glad I just got up and thought, you know what, I don't care what anyone says, I'm doing this YouTube. So watching YouTube is such a happy thing for me. I could watch it, I could watch it all day, every day. I can't watch it all day, every day. I have a son and a house and dogs to attend to, but honestly love YouTube. I probably spend about 3-4 hours a night, probably more, watching YouTube, because I absolutely love it. It's my little happy, positive place. So, and with my depression, what helps me, again, is these drops as well, and the same sort of things. Looking at positive, uplifting things, being around people you love, my animals, my child, and being around, I really find that my depression and anxiety is so much ease when I'm around my sister. When I'm around my sister Chloe, because I know she suffers as well, but being around her, she's such an uplifting, so much energy, positive person. I love being around my sister. I absolutely love it. So, and what else did I write? So yeah, I've spoken about anxiety and depression. It's all over the show, but it's coming out how it comes out. Next one is panic attacks. So I've only been suffering with panic attacks, I would probably say, the last year. So yeah, the last year. My first ever panic attack was last summer, and that was the worst thing I've ever had in my life. Like, it was the worst thing. It was worse than labour, and my labour was bloody awful. But I remember it, like, I'll never forget it, but I'll remember it for the rest of my life. But I was in the kitchen cooking, and Oliver was sitting in the front room watching the telly, and my partner was cooking as well, and all of a sudden I started to just literally shake, and I was just like, why am I shaking? Like, I need to calm myself down, and my heart started going, and then that's when my anxiety kicked in. I thought, what's going on? I'm really anxious, I'm worried, like, I don't feel good, I don't feel right. And I was thinking, oh, it's because I haven't eaten, like, I haven't eaten a lot today, like my blood sugar levels are low or something like that. And then I started to smell the food cooking, it was making me feel sick. And then I started munching on a chocolate bar to just see if that would take my shaking away. And I got really bad. I had really sweaty hands. I was hot. I was sticky. But I was shaking like I was cold. All over my body started to shake. My heart was racing out of my chest. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. So then I was overthinking more and worrying even more. And I remember ringing my mum and I was talking to her on FaceTime, and I was like out of it and in of it. I felt like I was going to faint. I was just like responsive and then non-responsive like that all through it. And then I called my sister straight away and I was like, are you free? What are you doing? I want to go to the hospital. Sometimes, well, quite a lot of the time, I get so bad that I need to go to A&E. And the symptom that was, my heart was racing like crazy basically, and she said, some of the stuff you've written down here, I recommend you to go straight round to A&E. And she phoned A&E, I believed, and we walked round and I got seen so quick and I was so thankful. But I was everywhere. I remember my sister was talking to the doctor because I couldn't focus. I didn't know what to say at the time. And I was called. He did my blood pressure, my that finger thing where it does like your heartbeat, I think, or something, or your pulse. And he checked me over and he went, you're having a panic attack. And I was like, is that all I'm having? Am I alright? Can you do some more tests? Can you take blood? Like, am I okay? Can you check me? I was all over the show. I remember my sister going, calm down. He's just explained what's happened. You're having a panic attack, like we all said. And then I think I was in the room for about 5-10 minutes, and then I started calming down. And as soon as a professional person has told me that it was a panic attack, everything dropped. I felt normal again. I was fine. And I was just like, I was thanking him a lot. I was crying. I was a mess. But I was so relieved that I went and I got told that I was having a panic attack. And then I remember leaving the hospital and I was waiting, me and my sister waiting to get picked up. And I saw a dog. I saw a little dog outside the hospital. And I just thought, I felt really awful. And I stood there and I saw this little dog and I was like, Chloe, I'm going over to make a fuss. And I went straight over to the little dachshund and I said, can I just have a little stroke? And she said, of course you can. And I started to smile and I felt really relaxed and I was just like, hello you're well cute. And I was just like, what did I say? I said something really, I said, you've just made me smile and I haven't smiled yet today. Something like that. Yeah, it was something like that. But OMG, I know I post a lot about my dogs, but they're little saviours. I love my dogs. I'm so relaxed. They make me so relaxed. They're so loving. They don't judge you. They're there to just love and care. And this world doesn't deserve dogs. It really doesn't, because animals are a blessing. And I absolutely love my pug and my Frenchie. So yeah, I got Lola because I was suffering really bad anxiety. And then I got Hugo because I've always wanted a French bull, but he is the most chilled, loving thing ever. Because my pug, as you can see just there, is the most craziest dog I've ever known in my life. Which is crazy. So I'm going off like from the hospital to dogs. But when I was outside there, I was stroking this dog and it calmed me down. And then I remember getting into the car and I was like, I need a dog. I need a dog. And ever since I've had her, my anxiety has been so much better. Like, so much better. And then I got Hughie, anxiety, so much better. Like, I don't care if people are like, oh my god, she's weird, she thinks her anxiety is helped by her dogs and stuff like that. It is, and I know it is. Like, I love my animals. They're positive, they're loving, they're cute. Oh, I love my animals. And they're very uplifting for me, and they help me so much. So yeah, I've talking about my anxiety, depression, my panic attack. But that was the scariest thing. I think I've had 1 or 2 since that, I think, but not as bad. Because then when I've been told that, I'm fine for a few days and I'm happy and I'm like, oh, we just said it's this or it's just that or it's just me overthinking again, and then I feel at ease. So yeah, I'm terrible like that, terrible. But then also I had a blood test because I kept telling people I think there's something wrong with my thyroid. I was very tired, my hormones were everywhere, I was really spotty, I still am really spotty, you might not look it, but I am. And I kept saying to people, I've got something wrong with my thyroid, like I know, Like, you know your own body. I was like, there's something wrong. You know your own body a bit. Me, I think I do. And I'm like, go to the doctors and I think I've got something. They're like, you're fine. So I just knew. I knew there was something wrong with my thyroid. And I went and had a blood test. And I remember getting a phone call the next day saying, can you come in the next day and we need to talk? You can imagine. Petrified, shaking, scared. What the hell has come back in my blood test? That is what I was like. And then I went back the next day. I got there, I think, 8:30, something like that, quite early. And he saw me and he said, your thyroid's not working. And then I was like, okay, like, what's wrong with it? In the back of my mind, I was like, I knew I was right. And he explained that it's just not working properly and we're going to have to put you on these tablets for the rest of your life. And then I was like, more tablets? Really? More tablets? Like, how annoying is that? But he said this will make you stop feeling tired, fatigue, hormonal, like, because your thyroid is your hormones. And if that doesn't work, then you're screwed, basically. So I was put on medication for my thyroid and it's still getting upped. And I think in about another 2 months, I'm going to have another blood test to see if this medication is working. If no medication works, it's got to be cut out of my throat. Like, how scary is that? I wish they would just take it anyway. But the thing is, you don't win. You think, like, oh, if they take it, then I don't have to take medication. Like, if they take it out, you do still need to have medication. So you still don't win. So yeah, I've got something wrong with my thyroid, as usual. There's always something wrong. But I just want this video to be something that, this video is everywhere, isn't it? But I'm not going to sit here and redo this because this is me, it's reality. Thyroid. A thyroid can make you very confused and flustered. And that is how I feel a lot of the time. But I just want people to know that you're not on your own with anxiety and depression. Like, you're really not, and it might feel like you are, but you're not. Speak to someone, open up. If you don't feel good, tell someone, go to your doctor. Your doctor is there to help. Your doctor could refer you to a specialist in this, a counsellor. Like, I will never sit back and feel like I'm never going to them places because you don't like talking about it. It makes you cry, it makes you worry. But letting it all out helps so much. From my personal experience, letting it out really does help. This is why I really want to explain and sit here and film this video. So please seek help. Remember, you're not on your own. Let me know down in the comments if you're the same and you suffer with it. And it's the same with depression. You don't really, it's hard. You look at someone, people probably look at me and think, she's fine, there's nothing wrong with her. But on a daily basis, I don't look how I actually feel inside. I could be so low and so down and so upset and nervous and might look like I do now. So don't judge people, don't pick on people, don't say stupid things because you don't know what that person is going through behind closed doors. No one does. You don't pick on anyone. There's these horrible stories where people are picking on people and they're hurting themselves and they're killing themselves. Like, that's sick, that's wrong. And that could be a bully, that could be anyone driving them to their grave, and that is disgusting. Like, that needs to stop. I absolutely hate bullying. Like, I hate it. There's no need for it. Absolutely no need. The best thing to do is just walk away. Yes, it's easier said than done. Don't bully people, because people that bully people are just low and have a really shit life and have nothing better to do. Well, they say if you're a bully, then you're insecure and you've got a lot of things wrong with you. That's why you're being horrible to someone else, because the bullies are normally jealous. But yeah, don't bully people. Like, that's sick. Who does that? You don't do that to people. Oh, that might be there. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've missed out. I feel like this video was everywhere, but I've said that a few times. I'm really sorry if it is. But I've spoken about my anxiety and my depression. I'm just looking on my little bit of paper here. But yes, like I've said, please open up to people. Don't sit there and quiet, because it's not going to make anything better. Seek to your doctor. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy to tell people. Your mum, your dad, your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your uncle, your aunt. We're all here to sit and help every one of you. And even if you don't want to be put on medication, you can still seek help without medication, or you can be on medication and seek help as well. But yeah, I wanted to do this video because you're not on your own. Please don't feel like you're on your own, because you're really, really, really not. And if you wanted to message me on Instagram or any of my social media down below, feel free, because I'm not here to judge. Like, if someone messages me, it's confidential. I will not speak to anyone else about it. It's just between me and you. But I think I've covered a good bit of what I wanted to cover. But basically, I have anxiety and depression, and you might look at me and think, oh, she's fine. Well, no, because again, that's judging the book by its cover, and I get that a lot. But yeah, I hope this does help. There is more I want to talk about, but I might do that in a separate video. But let me know if you would like me to speak about this again. And I hope, even if it helps one of you, then I've done something right. But thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. It means the world to me. And positive, happy. Remember that. Remember it. And I will see you all soon in my next video.